On the evening of 20 July 1969, people around the world stopped what they were doing. Everybody did. And they focused their attention on their televisions or to their radios, as this American hero joined his colleague Neil Armstrong and walked on the surface of the moon for the very first time in history. How about a special salute to astronaut Colonel Buzz Aldrin, United States Air Force retired. Buzz, come up here, my friend. Oh yeah, I get bigger, that's for sure.
Well, I'm sure there's nothing you like more than for somebody else to come up here and start talking to everybody.
I love it.
I can remember being a very young teenager going to summer camp, and some of the counselors were not there anymore because they were parts of World War II. And I grew up when my father had about 38 years of service in the Air Corps and the Reserve, and he was a contemporary of another great hero, Jimmy Doolittle, who was a great participant in World War II. And I think rightly so, people term that the greatest generation. And I think all of us who have come after that time should really stop and think a little bit about the great dedication that those people during that brief time of World War II did to save our country and to give us the opportunity to be what we are today. My service started at age 17 at West Point, and I can't tell you how proud I am to have served there with so many great future leaders of our country. I was just in Washington recently and had lunch with a number of my classmates there, and they're kind of going pretty rapidly right now, and some of them have just dedicated so much of their lives. I was fortunate, unfortunate, whatever you might say, to get my wings soloing in one of those airplanes that went by earlier. And then I served in the Korean War, and some of my very good friends didn't make it back, and some of them maybe were POWs. And a very good friend of mine went through pilot training and all the different phases of it, and in Korea I flew on his wing, he flew on my wing. We chased MiGs across the river. When the Vietnam War came along, I had found a cushier job with NASA, but this great friend of mine was in Vietnam, where many of us for sure would have been, and he ended up 6.5 years as a POW, and he's now a congressman representing Dallas, Texas, Sam Johnson. And I can't tell you the admiration I have for people who have chosen the noble career of serving their country. What did I get out of it? I got a one-night stand up there. Some of us were indeed very fortunate in the outcome, and I just can't say how much I value and think about the ones that didn't even come close to being as fortunate as we are, and live with the scars, if they're living at all. And I think that what you are doing, Patricia, is just marvelous, and we all need to stand up for our troops. Thank you ever so much.
And your bag is Air Force blue too, you know. Gotta be, yes sir. Yeah, Buzz Aldrin.